Good Friday chung chang tham hat ka holim no min to Good Friday iti tinga le English power a power literal translate the bola le Friday pha tin ta bang hen but original ta good akiman na pen hi holy ti na hin ai lo wala pios na a thing ti na hin ai tia chu tu chan gya German ai lo wala German speaking country la vela ho na chia le Good Friday ti lo cho amon morning Friday ti beto aban kira French le Spanish ona chila Holy Friday ti beto na aban kira Arabic speaking country ho Good Friday ho Great Friday ti beto so English pau Good Friday hong original ta a meaning pen jo holy ti na hin English pau hi apha si le apha chi dung ri hi a meaning yang ki khel ko men to te ka khara girl ti ting ala nu me ti na hin ei pawa cho but 13th century la ve 14th century ako na simteng ala gal akititeng ala chapang of any gender no me yang hithei pasal jang hithei ti na hin but phar hang chidung ya cho girls kititeng ala to female girl na no me ya ki sein te ka khara meet ititeng ala to hi sa ki sein hai cho English power but 17th 18th century la all English ko na simale meet ititeng ala ne thei solid food ti nei cho rice, bread, anything that is called meat. But part hang chidung ria cho sa ta hong ki mang hin to sa iti pinoe. Na aban kita naughty ti ting la to he English power naughty ti chu heaven. Naughty boy, naughty kid ki hin. But original ta chu na ve ting ala 13th century level 12th century level chu na ve naughty na ti ting ala destitute person ti ne cho means poor people ti ne cho. Na but part hang chidung ria cho naughty hi to achum be ki mang cho ena ban kita dinner na zan and who dinner ki chu English power but original ta chu hi ang kila do na hi French apat cycle do so disnal and French ochun Latin pow this January kiti na hi chapat sala cho actual meaning chu breaking the fast in cho ya chu masang lai chu mi ho chun zan ho zana he pura machane lo be wa fast abol wa en ngol na bawa jingka ting la fast to break a bawa chu itu dinner ni kiti to adan ta to jingka ineo jingka en ti ko English ase teng lunch ti du na ai lo wala breakfast ti du mai chi penam kai hin hi chu hu adan ta le nai cha na lai cho ong ke pe do na original ta chu dinner na ti ting la jingka abu na ni khu dinner kiti cho but to exactly opposite eta na nilha la na ni pa dinner kiti ta cho to hai na ena ban kira nice ti ting ala apha ti ne cho nice guy he is a nice they are nice people na ei wang original ta cho nice original ta ani ki za na pen cho ignorant ti ne cho na Latin power niskas ti na hin na nisas na phathang chi dung ya chu ignorant apat sa nice people to nice people diu hi dan na aban ke da chitar ti tengal to mi zo le bo ko ki ti na hin but original wo chu chitar ki ti tengla masang lai England te leng pa ama state ela wala business ela wala property vesui pa chu chitar ki ti jo na ena ban ke da bully ti tengal pura rough person ti na jo mi phalo ti ne ying jo but original ta chu sweetheart ti na jo mi na lung sit ka chu bully na ti the jo na 17th century la vela cho but parang chi ding ya cho bully ki ti ting ala ta opposite am ta cho na aphalo ki mang ta cho so English power pha chi pha chi dung ya ki khel jeng na a meaning yong ya chu Good Friday ti ting ala to good iti pino hu hello hin holy ti na ni na he ju tham cha khat clear bol de win aban ke da thamat kan sei jin ding cho I ho hin Good Friday every kumsi le hin pakai su thi ni Friday na kini de abang khat loi chun a thi ni Friday e poi Wednesday ni a thi hin aban ke da Saturday ni ha langa ke thowe ta sai loi men amo hin literal 72 hours na jona chu 3 days 3 night belia ngapi oisunga om tabanga chu ni thum le jan thum ju literal ta lawa 72 hours a hi sa te de na amon se chu Wednesday ni thin aban ke exactly 72 hours wa Saturday evening aki thowe ta se u cho group phasa pi khat hin and abang khalo chin Thursday ni thin na aban ke den Sunday nin ke thowe ta se cho and but Orthodox ta cho ho mainline Christianity jun Friday ni athin aban kiren Sunday jing ka ke thowe ta ki sei cho so hoi chi pin chu di em ti chu I ho de wen epigenam tala isim te nga le ni thum la jan thum ase yang aban an ni thum nya a ke tho yang ase ki dong ki cho he chu tham cha khat I het lo wa le confusion nam the na New Testament ki zida he pra Jews te culture ajidan Jews te culture dung ya ki zide phat le ni khosim dan cho amho concept dung ya chu ki zide hin na he chi hi a cho New Testament Greek he te yang le Greek a ki zide te yang le ani sim dan chu Jews te concept azit hin ya chu tu lai modern 21st century 3 days 3 nights pura 72 hours a equate bol wala I boy du cho he chu na tham cha ka sei chin den everything ala Messiah athina pen he athini ding ni kho Old Testament apacha akise ni kho he Nisan 14 jo he chu to I ho ma in Gregorian calendar he March April chu jo and hichi Nisan 14 here Exodus na simale hichi ni phale kalchu pide se da Passover lamb chu chini phala thau cho hichi ni chara chu pakai su thi cho hichi chu Nisan 14 chu to a ho March April ka chu hin ai chu Jews day calendar he lunar calendar he na heya chu mi bang kharin Friday hi ponte Wednesday hi de ai la wala Saturday Thursday hi de ta ase yoin ya chu tu ni hi detail a tham khat kan hil chin den step by vet lo wala confusion de na chu step vevden ama sepin Matthew chapter 12 verse 40 for as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the great fish so the Son of Man will be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth hi to as Wednesday ni athin aban kirin Saturday ni thana ke thowe ti holoin hi chi aman chaw hin Jesus Christian se cho ni thum la jan thum no Jonah yang chu ni thum la jan thum cho ngapi oi sunga am tabanga chu Messiah yang chu ni thum la jan thum leinu ya am de ta se na hi chu tham cha khadi ve diwin he du kha chu pa kai son hi chalaya se pin hi a literal reckoning pa cho se hi lo hin just a Messiah proof theina dinga a Messiah se proof theina dinga cho Jonah cho side bol hin na aban kiren Matthew chapter 27 16 verse 4 to Nasimale a wicked and adulterous generation asks for a sign but none will be given except the sign of Jonah ti chong ya cho Messiah a hi approved theina dinga cho a best sign chu a thia hong ki thol pa cho hi cho he chun that proof that he is a really Messiah na he chi proof theina dinga cho Jonah cho side bol cho but he chi mangcha 3 day 3 nights literal hi ngai a hi te ngai he ta mangcha doctrine ki sim ho hin tam ta agel ke lo hin ama sepena Jesus Christian ni thumla jan thuma se hi not literal 72 hours ase na hi lo cho na epigenam tala Luke chapter 13 verse 32 khwelachon I cast up demon and perform today and tomorrow and on the third day I shall be perfected jo na ani thumnya atho chung chang cho sei cho na and aban ke da Matthew chapter 16 verse 21 Son of Man must be killed and on the third day be raised back to life at jo na aban ke da Matthew chapter 17 verse 23 they will kill him and on the third day he will be resurrected back at jo and aban ke da Matthew chapter 20 verse 19 the Son of Man will be given to the Gentile to be mocked and flogged and crucified and on the third day he shall be raised back at jo na aban ke da Peter ying on sun Acts chapter 10 verse 40 acho Jesus was crucified on the third day and rose back Jesus was crucified and on the third day he was raised back at jo and the same testimony to Paul in nga say jo 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 4 Jesus was crucified and on the third day he was raised back at jo na atu te ala testimony to ani thum ni na thowe kiti jo vast majority na and aban ke Hosea chapter 6 verse 2 revelation after 2 days he will revive us and on the third day he will raise us up that we may live before him ati cho na Hosea chun Israel tel amo captivity chung chang se but parallel Israel ase na pen chu pura nation of Israel ki hilowa Messiah chu Israel cho na Messiah is the real Israel. He is the representative of Israel. Na ya cho evidence of this thing on the third day he shall be raised to tam zo cho na so he chu is chen devin. So which one on after 3 days or on the third day? Na here the cho Matthew is Jews or audience holding a kiji cho ya Jews or audience holding a kiji ta ya cho amahin 3 days and 3 nights aman khal cho because he to Jews idioms cho Jews idioms to piam tala 3 days 3 nights na say thing it's not necessary 72 hours just 3 calendaric day na say na ti na hi cho na here to Matthew maman clarify board cho Matthew chapter 27 verse 63 sir they said we remember while he was alive that the deceiver said after 3 days I will raise again. Verse 64 so give order that the tomb be secure until the third day na so Matthew in 3 days 3 nights wanga chu literal 24 hour 72 hours sa say hello cho 3 calendar day asay na chu interpretable ke ama man the same Matthew na Matthew in 3 days 3 nights Jonah chung chang say pa mama chun hichalaya he Matthew chapter 27 verse 63 a hilchen ke cho it's not literal 72 hours na and ban kira on the third day se tu na thil khat ka bol cho jing thai nya thil ka bol khat cho ka bol ki chipi ki senong on the third day jula 72 hours hing khal ngai lo cho 3 calendaric day ti na hi bo cho and he aban kira old testament thing ala Jews idioms 3 days 3 nights ki on the third day ti nei ti cho tam ta amin example tam kan side in Esther chapter 4 verse 16 na hovevten go gather together all the Jews who are in Susa and fast for me do not eat or drink for 3 days night or day when this is done I will go to the king and aban kida Esther chapter 5 verse 1 acho and on the third day Esther put on her royal attire and stood in the inner court of the palace across from the king's quarter so Esther chun nithum na janthum fast ball na ti cho but 72 hours literal ta say there then leng pa ko ma cha on the fourth day hi ta cho but instead on the third day ga chi ke cho na Bible say cho that means it's not 3 days 3 nights 3 days 3 nights literal 72 hours in helo cho just 3 calendar day ti nei cho na aban kira example khan se be kit katin second chronicle chapter 10 verse 5 Rehoboam and said come back to me after 3 days so the people went away aban kira verse 12 na simale so Rehoboam and all the people come to Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam on the third day as the king had directed na saying return to me on the third day so 3 days after 3 days ati wanga so not literal 72 hours zo phat ti nei lo cho ani thum ni hong kit ben ti ke cho na ena ban kira Genesis chapter 42 verse 17 so Joseph imprisoned them for 3 days aban kira verse 18 acha and on the third day na on the third day he said to them do this and you will live for I fear God so Old Testament isim ting yung 3 days 3 nights kiti literal ta 72 hours ki la hilo so just Jews idioms 3 calendaric day ti na hi bo cho na apan ke dai chi tabang similar pages tam ta amin te ka khara first Samuel chapter 30 verse 13 to 49 ki say hin na and apan ke interesting ka so first century Jews historian ho elo wala first century Jews reckoning time ho never thing ale soon ka khat a portion of light na chom cha khat light am ka yang chu day full day ki la cho te ka khara ni tha lang pungthum ma thil ka bo chu ka ji te ngale Jews te concept ba cho one day ka ji the cho na he chu concept cho and Babylonian Talmud Sabbath 3 portion of quotable in and a day and night are an honor a portion of time and the portion of an honor is as a whole of it at all. Hichi first century Jews reckoning style. Hichi Talmud Jews the tradition hin na. Kan selo na pencho Jews honang light portion na a portion of light. Nikhat ehon tu laya isim tu lay pawa sedinga. Chom cha khat ni sara chom khat athum jowa thil khat athum nilum masanga thil khat na bolon cho. That one day can be counted as one day. Hita chu ke count cho Old Testament hai na aban ke Jews day concept so ji chu 3 days 3 nights akiti te ngale 72 hours impossible wala eho modern day calendar system elo wala modern day phat kisim dan hi 3 days 3 nights te ngala 72 hours te te ngai ta first century bible text ho impossible wala iboi du cho na we have to read the bible in its proper context apan ke ipi culture an ki jim ti event ngai cho kun Jesus Christa aki khat be ni chu preparation day he tia bible clear ta ase na and Mark chapter 15 verse 42 chu it was preparation day paraskau na that is the day before the sabbath Greek acho pro sabbaton na aban kira Luke chapter 23 verse 54 acho it was the preparation day Greek power paraskau na and the sabbath was just beginning na aban kira Matthew chapter 27 verse 62 the next day the one after the preparation day paraskau the chief priests and the Pharisees went to Pilate aban kira John chapter 19 verse 14 verse 21 verse 42 and preparation day chu aman nahi so what is this preparation day did you doing it's like Greek thu chan ke mang pe ni paraskau hin it's paraskau hi Friday tina chu to Greek power na to ayang hi Greek speaking country ho ele wala orthodox Greek church ha ho na chiale a calendar khuna vet wale Monday Tuesday Wednesday ki to ha bon se kana mon number pe ve to but Friday ho paraskau ti jo na Sunday chu kore ke tin na aban kira Monday chu deftera Tuesday chu treaty na aban kira Wednesday chu teller tree na aban kira Thursday chu Pamti aban kira Friday chu paraskau abana Saturday chu Sabaton ti na eji pm tala meaning chu koroke chu Lord's day ti nahin abana deftera chu second na triti chu third tetrati fourth Pamti fifth paraskau preparation na aban kira Sabaton sabat ti nahin so tu chan gyang hi Greek speaking country hon tu chan a calendar ba ho Friday ho weekly min ho abon che kya first day second day third day ta akui wa paraskau to Friday hu paraskau ti wa aban kira sabat Saturday go sabaton ti wa Sunday chu kure ke ta akui na lai cho na original New Testament chu Greek ani ki ji cho and hi Greek pau tho hon nang tu chen gya hi a weekly min ho cho Friday hu paraskau ti na lai cho na chu te ngle hi Aramic language so Jews on amo secondary dialect hin Greek chu common dominant language hin but Aramic language ang chu ni chin hi second century la avela first century la avela Aramic language chu to hi na lai chu exact ta 100% similar hi ang le a remnant ti ta bang di dan hin na lai chu ju Syriac church na thona lai chu a little a church or a meeting phat la kun hi Syriac I mean ancient Aramic chu liturgy aza na lai chu thila simyu phara elo wale Bible simyu phara elo wale pp religious ceremony bol phala hi chi Syriac pau chu ancient Aramic pau chu man lai chu and hi chi church sa chu Aramic Syriac church sa ko na chiala Sunday Monday Tuesday Wednesday ki to pon second aminum na lai chu Sunday chu yum has sabot eventen Monday chu yum terun eventen aban ki Tuesday chu yum loto eventen Wednesday to yum arbo sabot eventen aban kidan Thursday to yum ha sabot eventen aban kira Friday to yum ropta tiveto abana Saturday to yum sabota tiveto so Friday to yum ropta hicho why is this important if it is the Syriac version ila wala Aramic Bible New Testament ancho Matthew Luke chapter ajwa Kansimdo akad Mark chapter 15 verse 42 chu hita translate the following and when it was Friday evening rupto tiveto aban kira which is before the Sabbath na aban kira Luke chapter 23 verse 54 the day was Friday na Aramic power chu rupto tiveto Friday chu and the Sabbath was beginning ti chu so ama Jesus Christ athi ni Friday ti cho Greek Orthodox and tu chan gya het na lai cho and they still use in their calendar na Paraskau ki ti preparation New Greek New Testament preparation ta translate bol pen pa ho tu chan gya modinga Friday hin lai cho to angam na lai cho hijita banga cho Aramaic first century language Aramaic yong chu to ang spoken na lai cho Syriac church ho and hiji Syriac church a calendar ko na verale Jesus Christ a crucifixion di cho Friday ti na lai cho rup to ti cho na so chu tham cha khat he diwen adu ta le hi Friday Jesus Christ a ke khat pe ni cho crucifixion chu Friday ti cho koi matan deny ke bol the to cho na and aban ki dai he do khat cho hi Friday a hi ti proof the na dinga cho margin supply khat bol ke cho it was preparation parasko na that is the day before the Sabbath ti ki cho qualify bol kin lai cho parasko preparation katina pen hi Sabbath masanga ni khu chu ka sena ta explain dim cho hichlaya that is the day before the Sabbath ati cho pro sabbaton cho hichi pro sabbaton cho interesting ta kharin Jews day hi second temple ni simting ala Jews day liturgy ho kuna veting ala Maccabean revolution ela wala lekha ani ki jo si jo Jesus Christ hang pin masanga lekha tam ta ani ji ani ki ji ta cho Maccabees Judith tihot tam ta sirek to version tam ta amin canon a kisim lo wanga but thil anom dan record na bolo cho hichi pro sabbaton chu Greek New Testament pro sabbaton aza pe non chu hichi chu amho second temple khanga pat sayang Friday designation na hi ta cho na kan sim do din Judith chapter 8 verse 6 she fast during the entire period except the fasting was forbidden the day before the Sabbath pro sabbaton Friday se ne cho context as and the Sabbath itself it cho do Sabbath chu piam Saturday cho and pro sabbaton the Friday ti na cho na and aban kida second Maccabees chapter 8 verse 26 but they came back for one of time for it was the day before the Sabbath pro sabbaton and therefore they did not continue to pursue. But when they had gathered together their arms and their power, they kept the Sabbath, blessing the Lord who had delivered them from the day. Then after the Sabbath, they divided the spoil to the fables and orphans. So second Maccabees na thing ala na simting ala context upiham tela Sabbath ni ang ipala ugala ka kun lo cho a context aso and it's pro Sabbaton azo kan se jo it was before the Sabbath pro sabbaton na aban kida and they do not continue to pursue but when they have gathered together their arms and the spot they kept the Sabbath so a context aso pro sabbaton as jo Friday jo aban kida ni khu next day jo Sabbath jo iti aso Jews jo Sabbath ni para po do thelo yo aso they don't pursue their enemy no hi jo say jo hi revolution chungchang Maccabean revolution chungchang jo say hin so second temple khanga pa sahi pro sabbaton eti tengale Friday ki sei technically Friday ki sei na hi ta cho hiji a chu Maccabees ela Judith hona an report cho and hiji a chu Mark la look ho jing jong hin Mark de din hoi ta precise ta ji cho it was the preparation day that is the day before the Sabbath pro sabbaton ji cho that means hiji preparation ka sei na pin hi preparation day ka sei pin hi pro sabbaton ni na pro sabbaton chu pyong Friday ti na chula chiwala piti clear dam ka het loin and aban kira Josephus in first century historian hin ma Jewish historian hin ama hin first century Jews revolt ho ela wala thusi matam zo mani pi hin history mo ko aman antiquities of Jews volume 16 part 6 verse 2 and that it be committed to care of the receiver at Jerusalem and they be not obligated to go before any judge on the Sabbath day, Sabbath, weekly Sabbath again, nor on the day of the preparation to eat after the 9 hours. So a context na si Mala Josephus jing hin preparation at tipin cho Friday say cho because 9 hours ti nilha lang ta chu nilha lang pa la Sabbath ki pen ni phara cho Sabbath ni phala macha bo thelo ya cho chu prohibit ani ki bole ti cho so intertestament period ayang chu it was already understood as a Friday. And about the first century historian Josephus is now. Paraskau it is Friday, technically Friday kiti na hicho. Hicho an report ta cho. He has to mark and azit para he mark look on azit ahe. He pro sabaton ti aza khal khal ucho elo wala paras ko aza khal khal ucho because original audience chon psa nam ti head du cho na aban ke achila sabat ase na pino chu weekly sabat cho sabat plural are render ke bo cho sabaton and new testament hichi always weekly sabat ke se na cho ne themom that means pa kai so athi ni cho preparation day paras ka na friday ti na hin aban kira hichu qualify bola that is the day before the sabbath ati ke cho na first century christian literature ho hui veting ale paraskau kiti preparation day kiti technically friday e hiti jo welcome taji ro hin na ichi best proof text chu piham tel didake kiti kharamen didake kiti hi eastern ethiopian church ndum chu chen ge canon asim na layo cho amho ding a bible ang zaw na lai cho ije didake chu pi kizidam tel we enjoy you to fast every fourth day of the week atin na and every day of preparation and surplus of the fast bestow on the needy every sabbath day expecting one and every lord's day hold your assembly and rejoice atin itlaya preparation day to friday ta cho a sequence na vera aban kira sabbath aban kira lord's day ti nei na friday saturday sunday hichang si si cho bon je ke sequence a hoi ta pi hen and hiji masanglai first century apostle han an hil cho atam zo ho hi oral ta an ki hilen hicho chu written form hong ki pya hichu tu chan ge conserve ke bon na lai iti dida ke ni ki ji 70 AD la vela an ki ji den tu chan ge written document ke ni lai cho pi itu tun pi sam tele paraskau ki ti hi to friday iti na pe no iti chu conserve ke bol cho first century middle east na male then technically friday cho paraskau ta na sa di cho and moreover first century most dominant language cho greek cho and his greek powers friday cho paraskau ta ki asayo cho his chu adang dang greek to ang azo ka sei ma banga greek orthodox church no tu jan ge friday paraskau calendar aman na layo cho na chiting la didake chapter 8 verse 1 ang cho asai ki den do not let your fast be with the hypocrites na for they fast the second of the sabbath and the fifth and you fast the fourth and on preparation day so tilaya preparation day se yang cho friday se nai cho a sequence na vera la na pan kira justin martel hin 120 AD la vela le khatam ta na ji den and amana say chu piham tela apology chapter 1 67 acho verse 67 acho for they crucify him on the day before the satan's day cho means on the day before the satan's day cho friday say cho na and on the day after which is the day of the sun he appeared to his apostles and taught his disciple these things cho so even justin martyr even first century second century christian literature apa sayang imu chu piham tela paraskau ki ti ngale friday ti nei cho and about ki justin martyr say cho jesus christ cho satan's day masang ni khojun anathi ti cho that means friday ti nei cho na yang le chief apostolic constitution ki ti document khat amin ichi a dating by 770 AD apacha 200 AD la vela ki ging cha hin pijinam tela first chapter hive tingale a writer pa author pa hi eyewitness account cho first century na aban ke later chapter hokuna ve tingale second century la vela report ke bol ke cho so to author hi ni thu mi thu mi cho compile ke bole apostolic constitution ki ti cho and it's apostolic constitution chapter 5 verse 3 khuna simale paraskau ki ti hi aman cho hi paraskau cho the sixth day ta sei cho it is the sixth day sei cho piham tela Jews day system manin 6 day ti cho to friday ki sei na hin abana 7 day to sabbath ki ti na hin slaya aman slaya apostolic constitution kizid na pen document ahe the 6th day cho paraskau ta equate bol hin so abon che ka everything ala dida ke elawala apostolic constitution elawala justin martyr ho everything ala paraskau ki ti technically friday ki sei na cho and am ho te lo document tam ta amin second century third century ki te ho abon che ka na sim theu hin na hi cho pa sa chu everything ala paraskau ki ti the 6th day ta sei ho hin means friday ki sei na hin na Jesus Christ ake khat be ni jo friday ti jo Jews hoji no recognizable jo etia orthodox Jews bible khone si male Luke chapter 23 verse 54 la khon hita translate the following it was nearly Erev Sabbath and the Sabbath was drawing near. So Sabbath is a weekly Sabbath, so modern way of saying Sabbath. No, Jews among the Jews. It was nearly Erev Sabbath. Erev Sabbath is Friday evening cookie say na. So if Orthodox Jews Bible jing he also say Friday nya ti proof the thing it's an render board na. And abang khatun pi say kita tela oh John in chelaya Sabbath high Sabbath atin he high Sabbath weekly Sabbath ahi poita se John chapter 19 verse 31 because it was a preparation day Greek power peresko that the body should not remain upon the cross on the Sabbath day, for the Sabbath day was a high day. So, high day is megala hamere. Abang khatlochen great day in translatable na. Chichuin, amona say him. It's like Sabbath ki say penny weekly Sabbath hilo just normal Passover week to ki say na hinta ta say ucho. But he had to kacho. Hichi weekly Sabbath here. Jews so tradition is something ale. Nisan 15 ko. Feast of Unleavened Bread. Na Feast of Unleavened Bread first day to weekly Sabbath achu ting it is called High Sabbath. Na you can sim do din Tosifat Sabbath na chlai asayin Jews state tradition in Talmud in 1st century 2nd century la aniki sitan amona se chu weekly Sabbath is called Great Sabbath, High Sabbath if it falls on the Nisan 15. Since that day was the first day of the Passover festival, the next day on the Nisan 16 or more, all the first save of barley was offered every year according to Pharisaic tradition called the Feast of the First Fruit. That means John he anekiji dahi last epistle tacho. I mean John la gospel la dinga last pinakiji tacho. So John in 70 apatsa 90 AD la vila aneji cho renchi. Here to high Sabbath kite he scholar hatam johan Christian te terminology ta ke sei cho whatever he ane hit hi la Jew state tradition sei dung ya cho high Sabbath he Nisan 15 chu weekly Sabbath chu le then it is called High Sabbath ta sei cho and this is seen everywhere in the early church writing even the Jews Mishnah even in the Jews Talmud na ya chu high Sabbath ke sei na pe ni just different days sei lo cho Sabbath normal Sabbath day chu Nisan 15 ya chu khale then it chu high Sabbath kiti yung so and it's interesting that chelaya megala hamere kiti high day ta translate ke bol he hi Old Testament khat pe chang feast holding a ki mang khalo cho Passover feast ang ki mang khalo aban ke da Feast of Tabernacle ang ki mang khalo Feast of Trumpet ang ki mang khalo abana hoi ma cha ki mang khalo cho the only time hi megala hamera kiti great day ki man elawal high day Taki man na pini Day of Atonement ba ki man cho. But we know that if I show Day of Atonement na tihilo cho. Atu tela chilaya high day John chapter 19 verse 31 na asipin high day ti feast day feast ho chung chang se hilo cho. Weekly Sabbath chu to Nisan 15 cho thakachara chu ya cho. High day ki ti cho na. Chute yon le Yesu Christa chu 14 Nisana ake khat bi ele. Then 16 Nisan so thote te ngai cho na epigenum tele 14 Nisan so Passover cho aban kida Feast of Unleavened Bread ke penta 15 ya aban kida 16 ni so Feast of the First Fruit cho na Feast of the First Fruit so 16 Nisan ke bol cho chu Leviticus 23 apasa 5 apasa kan sim din hoi ta nan that doing the Passover of the Lord began at the twilight on the 14th day of the first month cho so 14 Nisan is the Passover na on the 15th day of the same month 15th day next day Simon began the Feast of Unleavened Bread na to the Lord for 7 days you must eat unleavened bread na on the first day that means 15 Nisan 15 Nisan pale on the first day you are to hold a sacred assembly you are not to do any regular work for 7 days present a food offering to the Lord and on the 7th day hold a sacred assembly and do no regular work so Passover to 14 na ke bota cho 15 to Feast of Unleavened Bread ke penta cho 15 ni mama cho Holy Convocation cho ena ban ke dahi cho Holy Convocation amnya pa ni se gitan 21 Nisan ta ka cho de cho chiteng na 21 Nisan to the 7th day ta cho phala Holy Convocation khat de cho hi chu a sequence cho and na su sim ke la extra khat an pi den verse 10 Speak to the children of Israel, say, when you enter the land I am giving you and you reap the harvest, you are to bring the priest a sieve of the first fruit of your harvest, and you shall wave the sieve before the Lord, so that it may be acceptable on your behalf. The priest is to wave it on the day after the Sabbath. Now, so 14 Nisan chu Yesu Christa Passover kita ni ta cho 15 ni chu unleavened bread ta cho 16 ni chu feast of the first fruit cho he 16 ni chu feast of the first fruit a hi ya chu Yesu Christa yin cho first fruit ki thei cho 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 20 cho but Christ has indeed been raised from the dead, the first fruit of those who have fallen asleep at cho. So Yesu Christa chu first fruit 16 Nisan nya ana ki tholo wala, then he can't fulfill that first fruit, no. Nya thimwam aban kira mi abang khatun sei chu ji sabatren group hon asei ki chu piham tela hichi amona sei chu ni thumla jan thum asuk tu ko te tewin achu chu hile ichlai refit about asula 14 Nisan athiding 15 ni 16 ni 14 Nisan athiding 16 ni 15 kasai khelin 14 Nisan athiding 15 nya abana 16 nya chu first fruit ki thote te cho first fruit ki thote te, then it means on the third day ki tho chula na aban ki rahi chi Old Testament parallelism apa sana la yang le 3 day 3 night cho hi thei mong lo cho na Jesu Christa chu 3 days 3 night literal ta ane hi ding le first fruit cho 16 Nisan hilo cho 17 ham 18 ham Nisan ham khat na chu di cho but 16 Nisan khal khal cho na he cha chu Yesu Christa chu that for Friday ne thia Friday ni chu Nisan 14 and 15 day chu 15 Nisan chu high day ta cho na iti 15 Nisan chu Sabbath weekly Sabbath ki conside ta chu cha chu high day ki ti cho aban ki da 16 Nisan chu first fruit cho na first fruit chu 16 Nisan hin ya chu Yesu Christa hin chu first fruit ki ti thei cho na so agon che ga Old Testament pa san la yang le Yesu Christa chu 3 day 3 night literal la ki la thei lo cho na just 3 calendar day ase na hi bo cho look ying on chun haita informable ki cho hi chi ni kho chu Friday ti cho na Luke chapter 23 verse 56 so then they women ho numi ho cho sin they returned and prepared spices and ointment and rested the Sabbath day as per the commandment so as per the commandment if the commandment say no the fourth commandment thou shalt keep the Sabbath day holy it command it Sabbath day is fourth commandment na the fourth commandment weekly Sabbath weekly Sabbath hilawa festival Sabbath ho me ahile then nume ho chun ointment ho chu apet la pera sim ngai lo cho na they can make the next day also ahung thung ding ani ho next day ang so asim the because Old Testament also weekly Sabbath te lo wa so Sabbath dang ho cho just buang no hon the aban ke niaw cha cha thil na bo the cho na but weekly Sabbath hing pha la buang no hon the lo I ma cha sim the lo cho no lighting candle no lighting fire no work anything I ma cha permit ke bolo cho hi ya chu next day chu weekly Sabbath hi ta ya chu hi chi athun dan ma sang wa chu ointment spices also ki si me ti cho na this is very clear that means the preparation day spoken in crucifixion chronology is Friday na aban kida another proof chu pem the look in hoita se kirin Luke chapter 24 verse 1 apa sa chu 13 taka chu na se mar clear ta na sen 1 apa sa chu kan sim lang sau den even 13 apa sa kan sim den hi chi Yesu Christa ake thodo wa first day of the week Sunday jing ka hin he ake thodo wa a disciple ni ase yute ni ake mu pi ni Emmaus lam pia na hi chu se hin now the same day first day of the week ase hin na same day two of them were going to a village called Emmaus na aban kira verse 20 apa sa chu simutin our chief priest and ruler delivered him up to the sentence of death and they crucified him na but we were hoping that it was he who was going to redeem Israel indeed beside all this today is the third day since these things happened so amani na say chu a disciple Jesus Christa cho amani ko mahong cho amani Jesus Christa iti ata ahead lo cho ila cho conversation a ka hon na cho gazaw hi cho amani na say hi phem tela ama ko ma cho do cho na het pha lom chi Jesus Christa cho Pharisee so na thedin tu ni thani tu ni at ni thum ni tai te cho third day tai te cho adu tela third day hi le hi chi ase ni kho chu first day of the week cho Bible say dung ya cho adu tela Wednesday ne ani ke khat be le then Sunday chu third day te lo cho fourth day fifth day hi ta cho but Friday ne ani ke khat be hi le a ke ho be right third day ti then lai cho na it makes sense aban ke Thursday ne ani ke khat be hi le third day ase the lo cho fourth day ta cho Thursday Friday Saturday Sunday fourth day ta cho aban ke Wednesday ni ani khat be de la Wednesday Thursday Friday Saturday Sunday 5 day ta cho ayu chu a ke ho ni ho he first day of the week cho sun lang hi chu ke ho na chu na hi chu hin ya chu look ho gospel ho bon che ke sim te nga le 3 day 3 night the literal ho che it doesn't back up na Bible support bolo cho ena ban ki dai verse 29 to simbe ke la chun but they plead with him stay with us for it is nearly evening and the day is almost over so whatever he like conversation about pino he first day of the week Sunday ni hi ta cho Sunday ni a ke chai kun lang hi ta cho ne themam e ji ya chu abon che ka holistic ta navet ting ale Jesus Christ so Friday na a thi labo it makes sense ya to look in third day as it the cho te yong la ajo kan sei ban kha chu mi bang hon preparation day a sei chung chang chu preparation for Passover ta la win he chu Exodus chapter 12 verse 3 chu 10th of Nisan ki na he Exodus chapter 12 verse 3 chu 10th Nisan ni phal preparation day cho ke ngoi than de hoi ta vet tu ding 14 ni la sacrifice about cho he chu ichini kho chu preparation day ki cho Passover week hila but Bible na say pin preparation say weekly pa cho say cho na today ngole John chapter 12 verse 1 ko additional information ha pe ki cho ipyam tela 6 day before the Passover Jesus came to Bethany where Lazarus live whom Jesus had raised from dead cho so Passover masanga cho 6 day before the Passover cho Jesus Christ cho Bethany ahung ye cho and that is probably Saturday evening hi cho na LPT tam tela the next day Saturday evening so the next day verse 12 so the next day the great crowd that had come for festival heard that Jesus was on his way to Jerusalem so hichi next day a Jerusalem a chi ne pen cho Palm Sunday ta imano cho hichi ni kho cho 10th of Nisan hi cho hichi ni kho cho Exodus chapter 12 verse 3 huna simteng ala Jews day hon kalchu kura thading Passover lem cho alhano cho na Exodus chapter 12 verse 3 huna simale Exodus chapter 12 verse 3 ho lamb cho hoita select about the hoita akui the 14 less sacrifice about the veti cho hichini kho 14 10th of Nisan ni chara Jesus Christ Jerusalem ga ki pe cho as a sacrificial lamb no hichu Christian tion Palm Sunday ki mang cho that is the 10th of Nisan and ban ki da ajo kan sima banga cho 6 day before the Passover cho Jesus Christ Bethany am ta cho na that is the first day na aban ki da the second day cho Palm Sunday ta cho na aban ki da the third day cho Monday ta cho aban ki Tuesday cho the fourth day ta cho aban ki da Wednesday cho the fifth day cho aban ki da Thursday cho the sixth ta cho 6 day na aban ki da Friday cho Passover ta cho and Hilchenna 4th day ta cho aban ki da Wednesday ni ani khat be de la Wednesday Thursday Friday Saturday Sunday 5 day ta cho ayu chu a ke ho ni ho he first day of the week cho sun lang hi chu ke ho na chu na hi chu hin ya chu look ho gospel ho bon che ke sim te nga le 3 day 3 night the literal ho che it doesn't back up na Bible support bolo cho ena ban ki dai verse 29 to simbe ke la chun but they plead with him stay with us for it is nearly evening and the day is almost over so whatever he like conversation about pino he first day of the week Sunday ni hi ta cho Sunday ni a ke chai kun lang hi ta cho ne themam e ji ya chu abon che ka holistic ta navet ting ale Jesus Christ so Friday na a thi labo it makes sense ya to look in third day as it the cho te yong la ajo kan sei ban kha chu mi bang hon preparation day a sei chung chang chu preparation for Passover ta allowing he chu Exodus chapter 12 verse 3 chu 10th of Nisan kiti na he chapter Exodus chapter 12 verse 3 chu 10th Nisan ni phal preparation day cho ke ngwel han de hoi ta vet tup ding 14 ni sacrifice bodu cho he chu ichini khu chu preparation day kiti cho Passover week hila but Bible na say pin preparation na say weekly pa cho say cho na today ngole John chapter 12 verse 1 for additional information har pe cho ipyam tela 6 day before the Passover Jesus came to Bethany where Lazarus lived whom Jesus had raised from death cho so Passover masanga cho 6 day before the Passover cho Jesus Christ cho Bethany ahung ye cho and that is probably Saturday evening hi cho na LPT tam tela the next day Saturday evening hi cho the next day verse 12 cho the next day the great crowd that had come for festival heard that Jesus was on his way to Jerusalem cho so hichi next day a Jerusalem a chi ne pen cho Palm Sunday ta imano cho hichi ni kho cho 10th of Nisan cho hichi ni kho cho Exodus chapter 12 verse 3 huna simteng ala Jews te hon kalchu kura thading Passover lem cho alhano cho na Exodus chapter 12 verse 3 huna simale Exodus chapter 12 verse 3 ho lamb cho hoita select about the hoita akui the 14 less sacrifice about the veti cho hichini kho 14 10th of Nisan ni chara Jesus Christ Jerusalem ga ki pe cho as a sacrificial lamb no hichi chu Christian tion Palm Sunday ki mang cho that is the 10th of Nisan and aban ki da ajo kan sima banga cho 6 day before the Passover cho Jesus Christ Bethany am ta cho na that is the first day na aban ki da the second day cho Palm Sunday ta cho na aban ke da the third day to Monday ta cho aban ke Tuesday to the fourth day ta cho aban ke da Wednesday to the fifth day cho aban ke da Thursday to the sixth ta cho 6th day na aban ke da Friday to Passover ta cho and he to Thursday crucifixion in imposed bola chun di the veta aban ke da Wednesday crucifixion bolang chun di the ke veta so but only conclusion is when Friday near crucifixion anomati to prove so it takes up as